So, hello everybody, here we're back with a new unboxing. This time we're unboxing Eldritch Horror The Dreamlands expansion. This came out a good while ago, but I only got it recently. And if I can remove the shrink wrap, you will be able to see what's in the box. Now, the Dreamlands stories by Lovecraft are, in my opinion, some of his finest writing, where he basically reminisce about the human condition much more so than he does in many of his other writings, which are all more explorations in the grotesque, shall we say. We'll see what's in here. First of all, we get the obligatory Fantasy Flight Games catalogue, Mansions of Madness, Arkham Horror, the LCG, Star Wars, yada yada yada. Here we have the booklet that comes with it. So this is it's 7 pages long. The artwork is okay-ish. I mean, it's not one of the best boxes they've ever done. The expansion icon is, of course, well, that's quite fitting. It's a cat. Of course, that's a cat of Ulthar. Using this expansion, you can put everything into your normal stuff before setup. Players draw one random prelude card. Yeah, I never play with preludes because I think they're a total waste of time. The Dreamland sideboard. Dreamlands encounter cards, DreamQuest encounter cards, Dreamland portal tokens, the DreamQuest token, and the 7 clues and 3 gates. Oh, you have to play the prelude card because it's specific to this one. If you want to use the adventure cards for this one. Six prelude cards. The adventure cards. Ah, yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's take a closer look. First of all, we've got a board, because this is a boarded expansion. Let's look at it. All right. We have Unknown Kadath up here. The Enchanted Wood, Kilefais, of course. Ulthar, where the cuts live. Dilathleen, the Underworld, and the Moon. Okay, so here are some rules. On the board, during setup, set aside 1 Ghoul monster, 1 Moonbeast monster, 1 Night Gaunt monster, 1 Zoog monster. When an investigator that is not in the Dreamland sideboard performs the rest action, he may spend 1 clue or test. Brain -1. If he passes or spends the clue, he moves to the Enchanted Wood, which is up here. Each space containing a dream portal is connected by a local path to the space that corresponds to that dream portal. If a gate would spawn on a space containing a dream portal, spawn the gate on the space that corresponds to that dream portal instead. So I guess this is a dream portal to the moon. So if you put this somewhere and you spawn a gate, then you would spawn it on the moon. And you can travel around the Dreamlands. So here you can take ships. These are local roads, and this is uncharted. Good. I mean, I actually like Unknown Kadath and the Moon. These are, and the Underworld. These are really lovely drawings. Let's see what else we have. Of course, we have a couple of monsters. A Leng Spider, a Carrier Night Gaunt, a Moonbeast, a Zug, of course, Ravenous Gug, Dimensional Shambler, Atlach Nacha, Render of the Veils, a Doppelganger, a Sleeper of Enkai, and the Brood. So this looks like a spider type monster. Then we've got the particular gates for this one, to the Underworld, to the Moon, to Unknown Kadath. We've got a couple of focus tokens. We have several investigators, which we'll go into later. We've got this particular token for this must be the Dream token. Did they call it the Dream token? The Dream Quest token. Couple of clues, couple of health and brain tokens. So here we are. Standees. Let's take a look at who we would be encountering. We would be encountering Atlach Nacha. When 3 mysteries have been solved, investigators win the game. When Atlach Nacha awakens, flip this sheet and resolve the Atlach Nacha awakens effect on the back. Atlach Nacha is the Dream Weaver. The cultists, when they get spawned, are moved to the nearest space that does not contain a gate or a monster, and they're pretty easy prey. Set aside the Leng Spider monster, the lead investigator gains 1 spell. And his story is: ever weaving, ever watching, should Atlach Nacha ever complete her Empyrean masterpiece, it would merge the firmaments of the Dreamlands and reality into a single cosmic ingress, opening the way for the horrors of the underworld to wage war upon the cities of humanity. We can't have that. Hypnos, the Lord of Sleep. His cultists are essentially sleepers, and if you pass the horror check, then you awaken them and you defeat the monster. However, if you fail and then you fight them, you take 1 madness condition. Oh, that sucks. So, the Lord of Sleep whispers softly to wayward dreamers, drawing them into his realm of madness. Set aside all Hypnos special encounters, set up the Dreamlands sideboard. So this one requires the Dreamlands sideboard, this one does not, so you can play this normally. When an investigator performs a rest action, he cannot recover both health and sanity. When 3 mysteries have been solved, investigators win the game. When Hypnos awakens, flip this sheet and resolve the Hypnos awakens. On a reckoning, each investigator moves 1 space toward the nearest space on the Dreamland sideboard unless he spends 1 sanity. Now, investigators. Who have we got? Amanda Sharp, the student. You may discard any number of talent conditions that to improve 1 skill of your choice for each talent condition discarded. That's really good. If you would improve a skill, you may gain 1 talent condition instead. The truth of reason tempers even the wildest delusions. I will not fall prey to such madness. Law 2, influence 3, observation 4, strength 1, will 3, 6 health, 6 brain. Carolyn Fern, the psychologist. Action. You or another investigator on your space may discard 1 madness condition and or perform a rest action. That's a really, really good ability. This is the lady you want to party with. When you or another investigator on your space performs a rest action, that investigator may recover 1 additional sanity. Wow. The mad deserve peace of mind, not death of the spirit. So no lobotomy from her. Law 2, influence 3, observation 2, strength 2, will 4, 5 heart, 7 brain. Daryl Simmons, the photographer. Action. Look at the top 5 cards of the asset deck and put them back in any order, then discard any number of cards from the reserve. Roll 1 additional die when resolving a test during a location encounter or a research encounter if you are on a city space. Wow. 7 hearts, 5 brains, 1 law, influence 3 observation, 4 strength, 2 will, 3. Not shabby, but not necessarily one I would go for. Gloria Goldberg, the author. Oh, sorry, I forgot to give you his tagline. The truth is darker than any of us know. Well, that's true. Gloria Goldberg, the author. Wasn't she a medium at some point? If you are in a city space, gain 1 tome asset of your choice from the reserve or discard pile. Now that's cool. You and other investigators on your space roll 1 additional die when resolving a test during an otherworld encounter. Wow. Never underestimate the power of the written word. Law 3, influence 3, observation 3, strength 1, will 3, 4 hearts, 8 mind. She is an interesting character. Allowing people to roll additional dice. Kate Winthrop, the scientist. Action. If you are in a space containing a gate, discard 1 monster on your space with toughness less than your observation. Wow. If a gate would spawn on your space, discard that gate and gain 1 clue instead. Professor Young taught me that everything is simpler than it seems. The connection is there if you look for it. 5 health, 7 brain, 3 law, 2 influence, observation 4, strength 2, will 2. She's a very interesting character. Luke Robinson, the dreamer. Action. Move to a space containing a gate that corresponds to the current omen. During the encounter phase, you may spend 1 focus or 1 sanity to encounter a gate on your space if there are no monsters on your space. As if there are no monsters on your space. The key to the Dreamlands lies within us. 4 heart, 8 brain, law 4, influence 2, observation 1, strength 2, will 4. Vincent Lee, the doctor. Action. You or another investigator on your space may discard 1 injury or illness condition and or perform a rest action. Cool. When you or another investigator on your space performs a rest action, that investigator may recover 1 additional health. I will find the answer even if it kills me. 6 health, 6 brain, 1 law, 3 influence, observation 3, strength 2, will 4. William Yorick. Oh, poor Yorick. The Gravedigger. Action. Discard up to 2 cards from the reserve, then perform 1 additional action. Okay. When you defeat a monster with toughness 2 or greater during a combat encounter, you may gain 1 non-service asset of your choice from the reserve. Okay. Though this be madness, yet there is method in it. 7 hearts, 5 brains, law 3, influence 2, observation 2, strength 3, will 3. Okay. So, let's look at the small cards and see what we've got. These are cards that you can mix in with the rest. Elder Key, Pentacle of Planes, Crystallizer of Dreams, Crux of Sukranosh, Alchemical Concoction, Divination, Dream Diary, Seek the Truth, Skeleton Keys, Camera, Dream Box, Forbidden Text, Night Classes, Otherworld Codex, Arcanist, Enchanted Bow, Hitman, Occult Grimoire, Police Raid, Willful Aristocrat. Assets. Spells. So what have we got? These are unique assets. Let's look at the spells. What have we got? We've got Lost in Time and Space. No, that's a condition. Condition Composed. This is a boon. Elusive is a talent. Martial Prowess is a conditioned talent. Moxie is a conditioned talent. Quick Study is also a conditioned talent. Visions is a talent as well. Dark Pact, that's not a condition. That's not a talent. Hallucinations. Here are our spells. We have Find Gate. And we've got the Summoning Spell and Dread Curse. Okay, not too shabby. Now they did say that there was a group of asset cards that you needed to set aside. 25 unique asset cards. You do put them away and put them out of game. Oh no, you do put them in with the rest. Yeah, no, the assets all go in with the rest. Basil Elton is a Randolph Carter, Miss Doyle. It's an ally, flux stabilizer is an item, trinkets. Yeah, okay. Tasks. Good, so very nice. And again, the card stock is the usual good card stock, so we'll just put this to one side and back into their little baggie. So here we've got the Hypnos relevant cards. So when you encounter his specific cards, here we've got the other one. These are the Dreamlands specific encounter cards for the spaces. Here we've got Asia. These would go in with the normal ones. Asia, America. These are normal Mythos cards that would also go in with the rest. Only Asia and America. Let's see. Ah, here we are. There are more. Again, more Hypnos cards. Ah, here we are. Here is Europe. Here is wilderness spaces. Information cards. Focused training. Now these are, I forget what they are. Okay, these are I forget what they are called. They are called prelude cards, exactly. These are the prelude cards. Here we've got normal gate cards, and here we have the story cards. So the encounter cards for the other worlds when we play with him. Same over here. So these are tied to the Dreamlands locations, so the underworld. So you would only play them when you play with Hypnos, because he's the only one that brings out the board. And then he would also add these ones. These are the encounter cards as well. And here we have the story arcs, Master of Dreams. These would have to be solved. So for example, this one here, the Lord of the Dreamlands beckons to those who would listen. Those who dream awake with wounds akin to those sustained in their dreams, and those who wake dream of lands far beyond their ken. When this card enters play, each investigator moves the nearest clue on the main board to a space on the Dreamland sideboard and that does not contain a clue. After an investigator resolves a research encounter, he may spend one clue he gained from that encounter and one sanity to place that clue on this card. At the end of the mythos phase, if there are clues on this card equal to the number of investigators, solve this mystery. So these are now the adventure cards which you need to play. And if you want to play them, you need to use the Otherworldly Dreams Prelude card, which is in here. And this prelude reads, you raise your right hand and inspect it, opening and closing it slowly. It seems real enough. The rest, though, you're not so sure. All around you, the colossal ferns and unnaturally twisted trees of an alien forest sway gently in an unfamiliar breeze. Then, as suddenly as the strange forest appeared, it vanishes, returning you to the familiar confines of your hotel room. Just a dream, then, you tell yourself, even as you brush away a twisted leaf that had somehow come to rest upon your shoulder. During setup step 5, determine Ancient One, set up the Dreamlands sideboard. After resolving setup, if Hypnos is the Ancient One, each investigator loses 1 health and 1 sanity and gains 1 focus. Then each investigator may spend 1 health and 1 sanity to gain 1 clue. If Hypnos is not the Ancient One, set aside all otherworldly dreams adventures, then draw a chance encounter adventure. Then draw... Set aside all, then... What? If he is not the Ancient One, you draw a chance encounter. But if he is the Ancient One... No, if he is not the Ancient One, set aside all otherworldly dream adventures. Then draw a chance encounter adventure, but that isn't an otherworldly dreams adventure. Okay, I don't get this. Whatever. That's weird. I'll have to ponder this one. Okay, so essentially we've got enough cards to add to the normal decks to keep them interesting. Obviously, a lot of people are afraid that at some point this game will grow stale because, you know, if you've seen all of the cards. I have to say I've been playing this game for a very, very long time, and I still see new cards, I still see things that I haven't seen before, and I don't think it's going to go stale for a very, very long time to come. I mean, I will also only collect one more expansion, that's the Nyarlathotep one, because I want the personal stories for the investigators. And I think then that's really going to be enough. I mean, at some point you also just have to say, yeah, I really don't need any more of these because I still haven't played every single Ancient One. I still haven't done anything with a lot of the stuff that is available in the other expansions. There are still expansions that I haven't played. And of course there is also very, very good fan-made stuff out there. I played the King in Yellow expansion and I videoed that one, and that was, in my opinion, one of the most thematic games I've ever played, and it was actually not made by Fantasy Flight themselves, but it was made by a fan. So that's the Dreamlands expansion for Eldritch Horror. I think it retails at about £39, which is about 47 euros at this stage, and I don't know what that is in dollars. So I bought this because I'm a completionist, or I was a completionist. I've stopped being a completionist, and I wanted to have it because I wanted to have a full collection. But like I said, over the last couple of months I've decided that I will not be a collector anymore, simply because I have too much stuff and I find it really difficult to get enough time to play all of them. Okay, so talk to you soon. Bye-bye.